Hello, everyone, and welcome to Search the Song Sauvage. And I fucked that name up, and I don't care
It's
because
hard.
the the oh boy, do we did a lot of things happened last time. So last time, um, Eldon got invited to a party uh, uh, by his vampire sugar mummy, to meet the rest of the vampire polycule. And people got invited along or ended up going along, or basically everyone except the ringleader went along. Um, we had a great party um, until we didn't, which involved Marble and Syl fucking with Eldon. Um, it involved, uh, well, it involved Vorks trying to climb glass and trying to sneakily figure out where in the world they were. Um, and then it involved Vianney finding out that A, her parents are missing and have been for a week, and
Mm-hmm.
B, um, that Eldon
A
is
love
in.
confession.
Yeah, we had a love confession. A love confession sparked out of polycule stuff, and also Eldon having a panic attack and getting
And
slapped.
Zill slapping him.
Yes, and getting a stern talking to. Aggressive therapy, very aggressive therapy.
Yeah, so Eldon admitted that he was in love with Vianney and then ran off to go have sex with the vampire mistress.
Yes. And then we were escorted back by the rest of the thralls. And for some reason, the thralls decided that the best person to ask questions about how Eldon is treated was the lizard man. So there was a weird conversation.
I
And
mean, they did jump into the same caravan as Orcs.
yeah, no, but
Well, everybody else was in the other caravan
So,
except Verity, who was on top.
yes. It turns
So
out
Merity's a top
it turns
cannon.
out the vampire polycule weirdly enough doesn't want to share. And they don't like how we treat Eldon, and they don't like that he's part of our family as well. And then Syl made it very clear that he does in fact also not like them. And that's where we ended. We ended off with a standoff.
Yeah, so I
where-
think Marble had
Yes.
said something. Then Wolks intervened to get between her and the thralls.
Yes.
Then Vianney piped up to say something, and Zill was like, "No, I'm going to monologue this shit." And
yeah, the thralls were gonna like lecture us on how Eldon is different now. He's a different special boy now.
yes,
And so Marble decided to be sarcastic, and then they called Marble a witch in a derogatory way, which pissed Marble off. And then things just went downhill from there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Vianney was after Zill interrupted to do his very intense monologue.
I loved it.
She's got like a little bit of like an initiative order or whatever, her hand up, but I'll leave it up to the DM. But that was the physical
What's
picture of
going to happen?
what was
Who
happening.
knows?
All right. Well, with all of that, the
Yay.
first thing I want to do is bring the ringleader into the cave. So as this is all happening,
Jeff, can you mute your?
Oh, I'm
making a lot of
sorry.
noise?
you are awoken by kind of like a little rap on your door. You have you were at a very busy day. You were not aware. Nobody told you that they were going to a party or anything like that was going to happen. You may or may not have noticed they were gone, but if so, you didn't really think much of it. But now someone is rapping on your door, and as you go out, you realize it is one of the horses.
Hello, Buttercup.
Hello, ringleader.
Are you okay? Did you have a good dinner?
Yes.
Is your tummy
it
all
was
right? It was
lovely.
hurting a little while ago.
Oh, everything's fine, but except there's some odd folks having an argument
Really?
with. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you should go check them out. They smell funny.
Oh no. They should smell nice. Okay. I try to look strong for the horse and get dressed. You know, make sure to put my hat on and make sure to lock my door, which is to cover the big hat with tarp. And yeah, I leave to go and see what the fuck's going on.
All right. Do you want to roll a perception for me?
Oh. It's the only skill with P that I don't know very well. A 10.
Okay. Well, you see the group. You see the cluster. They're kind of near the gate. You see that there is looks like a funny carriage or something, kind of fancy. You don't really have a good eyes on who are there. You mostly see the backs of your friends. And as you come in, you hear Zill just full on stating to these people that they are trash. They are garbage. He hates them. And, basically he intends to pluck them from this universe and thinks that they aren't fit for continued existence.
I kind of say very loudly, "That's not very nice, Zell." Incredibly loudly. I'm going to use my druid craftiness to do that. So the druid craft allows me to make minor sensory effects and stuff like that. It's going to be a very loud noise. Be like, ah. It's also going to smell faintly of skunk, because there's a suggestion here of what to do with druidcraft.
All right.
Are we just going spontaneously now, or is there?
Yeah, there's no limit, right? We're not in the order
right.
yet.
So after Zill delivers his speech, and then everyone is sort of distracted by the sound coming from behind us, I guess, of the ringleader, Vianney will create a psychic connection with everyone around her, especially Marble and Zill, and stand closer to Wolks in between the two of them and say, Eldon is in bed with Lady Eleanor right now, in a room that is guarded by a vampire minotaur, in a house full of guests and staff who will probably defend her in a location that we need to teleport to go to, and we don't know the spell. And if her thralls come back with injuries, Eldon might never come back. And if we kill her thralls, she might kill Eldon as revenge upon us. And I want to see Eldon alive. She'll then turn to the vampires and say, you did fulfill your promise to Eldon to get us home safely. Thank you. You should go now.
And then roll
Yep.
persuasion.
Okay. While she's finishing that, okay, I'll do this first. I'm not quite done yet.
I was asking if I could give some assistance, but yeah.
I don't know how far away. I'm sure I don't know if we're 30 feet or whatever. If you could see her.
Well, druidcraft implies I'm 30 feet away. Okay. So if that applies, that kind of thing. It's irrelevant because
I did okay.
done. So it's all good,
Yeah.
Their eyes kind of narrow. For a second, they look like, they were about to throw down, but they look between each other, stand stiffly, bow to you, and say, "Yes, it is time we returned."
As they head off, I'm going to use my psychic connection to say it in everyone's heads. We can slaughter them in their beds for all I care, but we do it after Eldon gets back.
Can
Marble
we all
will
slaughter them in our
smirk.
heads in their beds. What?
Marble will smirk at that, and then her arms will, the glows on her arms will lessen to their normal glow.
I speak maybe a bit too low, like somebody's speaking a bit too far away from the microphone kind of thing, like boomering out, and it will be something to the effect of, "What? Why? What happened?"
I'm gonna
Alright,
keep
so-
an eye on them until they're out of sight.
All right. Well, they climb into their carriage and take off. So
Good.
We don't have an easy enough chance again to do that. Next
And-
time, don't show up and we're doing something else.
I don't want to risk Eldon over a few thralls. We can get
Where
another
is
day.
Eldon? What?
He's having sex with a vampire mistress.
Often his sexual polycule thing.
Well, the rest of the polycule is here.
Well, yeah, just the lady. They're going back, not a shag.
I was
Do
muted.
you mean? Do you mean the person?
I was saying that the same vampire that turned him into a thrall. That's what Marble was saying. But I was muted, so.
Oh, okay. Like if you thought that ringleader was, a bit more with it and capable of speaking properly, something to the effect of "fucking humanoid" would come to mind, would be said. But all the same, the ringleader then says, "Is that where you were all day today?"
Unfortunately, yes.
He got
Oh.
invited to a party, and we all came along with.
Oh,
Oh, no one told me I was invited.
Well, Zill invited me.
So we're just going to rely upon Eldon coming back peacefully then.
Yes.
If he doesn't come back, then at least we know where the teleport circle is, and we can work on a spell to get us there and a plan to get him out.
Understood.
They'll send
I'll
him
take-
back.
Hmm.
I had a talk with them on the way back here.
Did you know?
Oh, I'm sure
What
that
did you
was
promise them? What did they ask of you?
Well, they are concerned for Eldon's safety after you slapped him and verbally assaulted him. And
Verbally assaulted him.
their words, not mine. Well, not their words. Their
Interpretation of
yeah,
what
their
occurred.
interpretation.
I see.
They clearly feel that he cannot exist in both our families.
He's right.
I think
They're
so.
right. Entirely right.
But they also made it very clear that they care for him, and I doubt they would A, hurt him in any way, and B, hold him against his will. He will return.
The concept of vampirism itself is held against your will. His mind is completely controlled by them. Of course, he's held by them already. He's a possession. That's all he is to them.
I
That's
was
what they
about to.
want.
I
Yes,
was
but he
just
will
about.
be returned.
Yeah, the A thing that you said is like I believe that. The B is a bit dubious. I agree with Zill on that, but we'll just have to wait and see at this point.
They made me promise to or they didn't make me. They asked me to promise to keep Eldon out of harm from the rest of us in their sense of harm. So I assume, based on that they intend to return him. Otherwise, that would be a meaningless thing to ask me to do.
There's logic to that.
I can I roll a knowledge roll of some description to do in relation to the trustworthiness of vampirism?
You could go. You could go either history or arcana.
I didn't even say insight.
Insight, but I think he's asking about vampirism in general,
not this specific circumstance.
Mm.
Because remember, like I'm at this point, I'm close to, but at best I was 30 feet away from them.
Mm.
Like I only saw them from a distance.
Right.
Any case, 19.
Okay. Well, ask something specific, and
Okay. Will is a vampire liable to break its word or fuck you over or otherwise not keep its own promise to it? Because like at this point, we've actually been putting a lot of faith in the vampire mistress to begin with, in the sense that, you know, we let Eldon back into the group, you know, as a result of her saying that he's not a vampire, he's a dampier. And
right.
now it seems that people are having trouble. This is kind of like, you know, ringleader's having a bit of trouble kind of like passing this out, but there seems to be some kind of like, can we trust them to be nice and give us back our little boy, you know?
All right, so you absolutely cannot trust vampires to be nice. You can't necessarily trust them to be honest, but it kind of depends. It's vampires are the revenants of whatever that they were previously, right? So if they were humans, they bring a lot of their human understandings and personalities and ideas with them, right? So yes, they will start to take on a very darker tone, let's say, and there will be an element of darkness and corruption that will start to take in, but someone who is a very honorable person in life will not magically become a completely dishonorable person in undeath. So while vampires aren't like, you don't necessarily want to invest a lot of money where they tell you to go or whatever. They don't look at the warm-blooded with the same amount of respect as they might their own kind. And you are a food source, maybe not you specifically, but many of the mammalian, let's say, are a food source, and they look at you as a food source. So you have to sort of take that into account, but they're not necessarily going to behave dishonorably or trustworthily to you just as a matter of course. It's not like you have to sort of take them as they are, and sort of get to know them on some level, similar to the way you would any other powerful or intelligent person.
I'll kind of speak up and say, I don't think it really matters much anymore. Eldon chose to stay, so we can either follow him or trust Eldon.
Can we trust Eldon? He's under mind control.
I kind of do the amorphous blob equivalent of a shrug and say, we trusted him before.
We
I'd
just
say
kind of
we
have
trust
to.
him.
Yes.
We'll see.
He's
Anyway.
doing his best to help us. The least we could do is trust him now.
And if not, we'll just go back and kick some ass and get him out of there.
Exactly.
Right. Well, I'll leave you all to it. And I'm going to go back to my cart.
And here we will switch over over to where Eldon. We're not going to discuss the act itself, but let's say that there's a
Faded to black.
pause in the action, at least. And you are with your lady, and she looks at you and says, "So, dear, how have you been?"
Sorry, I need to turn you up a little bit because I can't hear you. It's a me problem. Not too bad. I've had a few. One unfortunate encounter, which I'm going to take care of. Zil has taken me under his wing to teach me how to be more. He says normal. He says that normal people don't act like me. And what else have I done? I don't even know what it was. I've done something
Why
else.
are you looking at me?
Because I'm trying to remember the other thing that I did.
I mean, I told you to hunt.
Wogs.
Yeah, taught you to hunt. You drank
Yeah.
somebody's blood. You haven't told her that.
Oh,
You haven't
yeah.
told her about the
When-
demon circus.
Yeah, I went to a demon circus. I'm not sure what the. Yeah. It was
Almost killed
a
somebody.
lot more exhilarating than I thought it would be. Tasted my first bit of human blood. Didn't realize I'd enjoy it that much.
Interesting. Hmm. I'm glad to see that you are acclimating yourself to what you are and who you are to become.
I'm trying my best. It is probably going to be a very big change, but one day at a time.
Indeed. You know you are welcome to stay here as long as you like. Your needs will be cared for. You'll be well treated.
Yeah, I know I will, and I have no doubt that would happen. But at least for now, I have to make sure that I'd made commitments that I need to make sure that I keep. Commitments to the circus, but not everything there lasts forever. So I'm sure. Then once I am finished, I'll come back.
Why don't you roll persuasion?
That's not a D20. That's a D20. 18.
Oh, all right. She looks at you for a long moment and says, "Of course, I could insist, but I do prefer that you come of your own accord. It makes things easier, I find."
I appreciate that. There are some human things that I need to finish. Some human business.
I understand, but you should know, dear, my patience is not endless. Do handle your human things quickly.
I will. I know I have to.
Very well. All right. She says, I would request your indulgence for the rest of the night. But I will arrange to have you brought back in the morning if you like.
That'd be perfect. Also, if you could thank, I already forgot their names. Agatha and the other ones. I have their names written down, but I already forgot them. I forgot them. He knows them.
Yes, I know who you mean.
Agatha and I didn't write them in this paper. Shoot. Agatha and the other thralls for ensuring that my friends arrive home safely.
It's Agatha, Byron, and Callista. I will. They should be around soon. I should think.
Yeah.
But depends how long it takes. And perhaps they shall stop off for a bite before they come back.
We'll drive through a place for eating. That gives me a good plan for business someday.
All right, we're gonna fade to black yet again here.
I have to live with you.
And head back. Now that the carriage has left, you guys have no idea who's coming back or when or what is going on. What are you all doing? Other than Zill, who is sort of just marched off. Let's start with Vianney, who's been through a lot.
Yes, Vianney listened to the conversation between the ringleader and Zill. Didn't say anything in micro when he was, and just that she just sort of listened. And then when it was kind of, I don't know, are people still talking? Like, just generally, because she needs to like get away and clear her head and try to think.
I think some of us would probably be like filling the ringleader in a bit more detail.
Yeah, I think she would just sort of slip away, get back to her own quarters, and
Marco
get out of her
would
dress.
go up to
Something
her
that I did notice
would
from
take-
like last session was that there wasn't like a lot of food or something, or at least it wasn't talked about that much. That there was food, so like I could be like helping set up some food for you guys.
It
and
was supposed to be if we all got fed pretty well.
Ah, okay, I missed that.
when she
Especially
gets back,
Walks, who got his own fresh meat.
that's true. While she's back in her tent, she'll take off her corsage
Right,
and
oh,
she'll yeah, go ahead. What's wrong, Sid?
I was thinking Temerity is not exactly on the same page as everyone else because hungover and he was trying to be nice the whole time they were there. Would he notice Vianney slipping away?
Vianney, you're kind of trying to be stealthy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right,
Just your
so roll a stealth first, and we'll just go with your what is your perception?
Passive,
27?
not even
Passive
close.
perception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like the knight. She just backs out
No,
into it
you
with her
don't
dark
notice
dress.
here.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's
she
a
takes
lot.
she takes the corsage that Eldon gave her and puts it like in her journal and to press it to keep it. But then she takes off, gets her pajamas on and doesn't sleep a wink all night. Her mind is racing. So I'm voluntarily going to take a point of exhaustion because
Sure.
poor Vianney just didn't sleep a wink.
Okay.
In
Marble,
that
what?
case, okay, no, God.
Oh, sorry. Nope, Sib, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Timothy's not going to intervene on Vianney. Next thing he's going to do is go draw a map as best he can remember. Extract tower.
All right. Why don't you roll just an intelligence check?
Straight up intelligence. 14.
Yeah, I mean it's probably not perfect. Like you didn't walk it out, but you had a tour, and you think you get the general gist of where everything is. You know, you remember most of the things, you know, and there was a lot you didn't see, but you got what you can. You got it pretty well. Put it that way.
Fair enough.
Okay. Now, Marble.
Yes, I'm gonna do my usual and head to my aunt.
She looks relieved when you come in, and you realize she's been a bit worried about you. But she doesn't really say anything.
Yeah. Yeah, Marvel will just walk in looking angry, but when she sees that her aunt has looked worried, she'll soften a bit.
Oh,
And be
hello,
like,
dear.
"Hi, Auntie." And then full on rant about everything that just occurred. Just full on ranting. Anger.
When
Which
you're
part
done,
of it? I'm curious.
Yeah.
The fight part or the whole night part or
Oh, what she'll do is be like, okay, so the party was great at first, but then all this weird shit happened, and Eldon's like in love with Vianney at first. Like, where did that come from? And then these fucking thralls are just so entitled, and she's just gonna go on and on like that.
All
So the
right.
party gets like a brief mention, but most of the ranting is the witch part and then all of that stuff.
She looks at you for a minute, just sort of like, what? Then she sort of, but nestles down. Says, "Well, do be aware that your temper might get a little sharper as the days go by. I find that happens myself. And as
Right.
you,
Continue.
when your temper flares up, you might find that some things change within you. You might be a little bit witchier.
From
It's
my
just,
temper?
oh yes, we are, as a rule, not the most even-keeled of people. We have a sense of justice. That's how I like to think about it. And a very keen sense of when people violate our sense of justice and what we should do about that.
I'll keep that in mind.
It's not a bad thing. I just thought I would give you a heads up, as it were. So Eldon has stayed with the vampire creatures, despite professing his undying love for the halfling girl.
No, he's just there to like let the mistress fuck him all night long before coming home.
Yes, I believe I had a partner like that once. What a bastard. No good, I tell you. Most of these men, no good at all. Dead or alive.
You motherfucker. You need shush. You're distracting me. Shush. I need to get over it.
Anyway, would you like some tea? You look like you need a little bit of tea.
I would love some tea, Auntie.
All right. She makes you a nice cup of tea
Boop, boop, boop.
and just sort of lets you rant all night long if that's what you wish to do.
Oh, I'm just gonna rant for just a little while longer until I'm just not mad anymore and then go to sleep.
All right. Ringleader, what do you do with all of this that has sort of taken you by surprise in the middle of the night?
I'm going to make sure that everyone's okay. Considering that Marble and Vianney have kind of gone on, and Zill's kind of buggered off. Temerity and Walks are kind of there, and they kind of like fill me in to the best of anything. And I'll just kind of accept all of it, and I'll say, I'll ask, if you see Eldon tomorrow, could you please tell him that he should talk and stuff like that. Just generally kind of saying like keep an eye out for Eldon, whatever. And then they're going to go back to sleep because what the fuck else is there to do? It's
All
night time, and my hat is warm.
Walks, what do you do?
I stay on the edge of the circus for like 20 minutes after they've left, just to make sure that they're not like turning around and trying to do an ambush. And then I'm gonna go feed Hook, and then head to sleep.
Okay. Vianney, maybe like an hour or so later, you get a little knock on your door.
She gets up. Does she have like a peephole or something? Presumably, like can I spy
if you
through?
want to.
Do a perception check or something? Look through.
Sure. You don't really need to do a perception check,
Okay.
honestly. It's Auntie Mimsy.
Oh, she'll wrap her bathrobe around her, whatever, and let her in. Like, Auntie Mimsy, what are you doing here? I mean, welcome. It's just a surprise to see you at this time of night. I'm sorry, that was really rude. Come in. Would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, I'm fine, dear. My marble talked to me about the events of the night, and she's gone to bed now, and I thought I'd check in with you, see if you were doing all right, if you wanted me to hex the undead creature, or if there was anything else I could do for you.
She gives her a big hug. She says, no, and that I don't think that'll be necessary. Do you know what would happen to a thrall if the person that they were enthralled by suddenly, stopped being undead?
What would happen to a thrall if they... so, like, do you mean...
like if she fell in a stake,
Ah, it would break their thraldom, most likely.
Yeah, I kind of was thinking that might be the case, but it's not my specialty, and you're so much more knowledgeable than me. So, yeah, that's good to know.
Yes. So, if she is powerful enough to have multiple thralls, she's not the sort of one that would be that should easily find herself falling on stakes.
Yeah. I know. But yeah, I just thought I would ask.
You know, he could theoretically, perhaps if he was a different and better person, break his own thraldom.
And how would one go about doing that?
He must simply do so. It is his will.
So he just like decide one day?
Well, it is not easy to do. The pull is very hard. But he has distance from her. She does not appear to command his every movement. He must resist. But
And-
that requires a man of strong will and great honor, which is not that fool, unfortunately. I'm afraid your beloved is
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not wish for me to say that he has professed his love to you?
I guess you've been talking to Marble, of course. It's there hasn't been a two-sided I feel like the person I feel like I should talk to Eldon about this before I talk to anybody else about it. If you understand, it's really not my information to give out yet.
Oh, my apologies for
No,
my...
you didn't know. You were operating in complete good faith.
No. I was hoping that you would let me dispatch the wicked thing, but it appears that you do not wish, and I respect that.
I think he deserves the choice to save himself. I don't even know if he knows that yet.
Yes, it is possible. I do not know much about it. I could look at some old books or something that
Oh.
I have around, but I do know that it is in the lore. One can break a thraldom.
Well, if I can help you do research, let me know. I can't really reach up on any high shelves, but I could get down to the low ones.
No worries, dear. Give me a few days. I'll see what I can rustle up.
All right. Thank you, Aunt Mimsy. She gives her a hug again.
She hugs you back, and she says, I do like you, little one.
Well, we all are family here, right? We're our chosen family.
Yes.
Even the ones we don't always like.
Yes. Well, in any event, I shall see you soon enough.
Thank you again, Aunt Mincy.
Certainly.
Say hi to Marble for me. I didn't say goodnight to her. I kind of just needed to be on my own.
I understand, dear. So she sort of, wiggles off and hops down and toddles away. Zill, other than just going back to your carriage, do you do anything else?
Let's see. No. Actually, I think Zill will spend a little while in his cart, but eventually he has an idea. So he's going to go to Mimsy's cart to see if Marble is there.
When you get to the cart, Marble is there. Auntie Mimsy seems to be gone for the moment, but Marble's there.
Marble, are you in here?
Yes, I am.
Why don't you take a walk with me?
Certainly.
Wonderful.
She's gonna hop out of the cart and be like, "Whoop, let's go."
The vampires, the thralls at least. What did you think of them?
Yeah. I don't like them.
No, nor do I. What do you think how this ends?
I'm unsure, but I don't think they're gonna let Eldon just be with us for very long.
Certainly not. Certainly not.
Even whether or not it's against his will or not.
You have a good eye. I like that insight. I had a question for you. Something curious.
Yes.
When the thrall called you a witch, you seemed very upset.
It was the way they said it.
They meant it in a derogatory way, and you were upset about that, correct?
Yes,
Well, are you a witch?
I am.
What sort of witch?
Aunt Mimsy says it's a blood witch.
A blood witch. Wait. Aunt Mimsy says. Is Aunt Mimsy a blood witch?
I'm not 100% sure what kind of witch she is. I just know that the curse runs in the family, the 7th child of every generation.
Is Aunt Mimsy the 7th child?
I would assume so, because she is also a witch.
That is good to know. Is there a particular source of this curse?
Not that I know of.
Oh.
Probably past me knows, but memory. And she's gonna like tap the side of her head.
Very
But my
cute.
powers have been coming back with the memory, so.
So you've been regaining powers as time goes on. Or
Yeah.
memory, rather.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see. How far back do you remember now?
Chrissy, help. How far back do I remember?
You have bits and pieces. Like you can remember, like you don't really remember well anything that happened before you joined the circus.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
that
and
was,
yeah.
I think, a couple years ago, a year or so ago.
About 3 years ago.
So
So
all
you
of
don't-
that you remember, but nothing. Everything else is in bits and pieces now.
Yeah. And not even that many bits and pieces. It's just like a very small handful.
I see. Is there any particular reason you might not remember things, or do you even know?
I think it has to do with, I believe the Simic Combine, they captured me and experimented on me, and I guess the experiments wiped my memory.
I see.
I remember one moment of escaping when we were in that last city, but other than that, she's gonna shrug.
I'll tell you what.
Why don't you roll?
Go ahead.
Roll wisdom. Just roll like a
Okay.
wisdom save.
A wisdom save, okay. 12.
For just a moment, as you're talking to Zill, you start to feel as if a memory is welling up in you that has been triggered by this conversation. And you reach out for it. Like you can, like, it's like trying to remember someone's name where it's just on the tip of your tongue, but then it's gone.
Ah, damn it, I almost remembered something. Ah! And she's just gonna like grab her head in frustration, like, every time.
Curious. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to look in to how to get your memory back. How does that sound?
Sounds pretty great to me.
Wonderful, wonderful. Does Aunt Mimsy know that other people know?
About which stuff or about my memory?
About which stuff?
I have said to everyone before that it runs in the family, but
Good.
not 100%. I wouldn't talk about it too much.
I see.
In regards to me, yeah, sure, talk about it. But in regards to my aunt, not too much.
Well, I am the paragon of subtlety, so no fear from me. Well, that is what I've wanted to ask. I was very curious what they meant by that. I do believe my curiosity is sated for now. I thank you.
And thank you for any help.
Oh, it's no problem. No problem at all. Well, you have a good night, Marvel.
You too, Zil. And then she's going to skip off.
I'm going to stand there for a minute, and then I'm going to say, do you have any blood witches? Just out loud to himself.
Yes.
Does this one serve you?
No, but she could. I would accept her service.
But we could. Well, let's find out who she serves first.
She may not serve anyone if she's, as she said, cursed. It is the curse that has caused this to arise within her.
Much to ponder. Much to ponder.
Blood witches are useful.
I had so
creatures.
wished to have a soul tonight. I was going to give it to you. It's a gift. It sucks. Oh well. There will be the time when we get something.
I have no doubt.
Well, I'm off then. And then I'm going to go back to my cart.
Okay.
That's it. That's what I wanted for tonight.
All right. A couple hours go by, and we are back with Eldon. Doobly doo, doobly doo. And there is a knock on the chamber door, and Alexios, sort of pops his very large undead minotaur head in and says, "The others are back and wish to have an audience." And she says, "Certainly, come in. You don't mind, do you, Eldon?"
Oh, no, not at all. Eldon's not even going to bother to put a robe on.
Thanks for that image.
I'm so glad to see that you are comfortable. Yes, allow them in.
I hate
She
you.
doesn't put a robe on either, so there's no robes here.
Nothing no one has seen in
They
this.
don't own robes. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm sure they do.
Yeah, we own robes to take them off each other.
Yeah.
Could you wait after I took his...
No.
Oh my god.
No, he could not.
Sir,
No, it was way better this way.
someone save me. I have to live with this man.
So they come in, and they are clearly frustrated. They all bow before her very, profusely, and they say, "My lady, we did as we were bade. We returned the others to their circus. However, I must say, and Eldon, I hope you won't mind if we speak freely, they were incredibly ungracious. They made sure to let us know that they do not like our kind."
Was that Zill? Because in Zill's offense, he doesn't like any kind. He's from the Underdark, after all. He is a drow.
The others did not pop in to defend us or you. You know, our kind is now your kind as well.
Yes. I'm sorry for my friend's behaviors. I'll make sure to have a talk with them about how they should be acting.
Indeed. The cat, the one with the magic, she seemed to be playing odd games this night at the party.
What do you mean, odd games?
They kind of look at each other and say, "We are not 100% sure. We've talked about it. Odd things were occurring, and her behavior was strange. Of course, Callista can, well, she has a nose for these sorts of magical creatures. She, of course, knew that Zil had a certain magic about him, but that is no mystery. But she has a very pungent sort of witchery of her own." Callista nods and says, "Yes, I smelled it. I scented it as she used it. I do not know specifically what she was doing, but there were some strange events, were there not?"
Um, I do remember some strange things happening, but I had I thought that was just my nerves. It's a very new situation to find myself in, and she would never, like she can be a little bit mean spirited, but she would never, not in a place like this. She knows that this is important. Must be a bit of a misunderstanding.
As we said, we cannot be sure of it. But I do not think they accept you as you are now, Eldon. They seem unwilling to share your affections or accept the fact that you are a different kind of person.
Well, they're gonna have to. That's just the way it is. They're gonna have to accept it, or if they don't, then at least now I have another family to be with.
Always. Anytime you can come to us. They grant you a sort of sending stone. They say you are always somewhat linked with Eleonora, but if you need us at any time.
Oh yes, definitely. Would I be able to? I look at Eleonora. Would I be able to have private conversation with Callista about what happened tonight?
Roll persuasion.
How persuasive is he? Without a
Let's
robe.
see.
5 plus 4 plus 5. 9 plus 5, 14.
You're lucky. All right, yeah. She narrows her eyes at you and she says, "Usually I do not accept that my thralls have secrets from me, you understand."
Oh, it will. Nothing will be a secret. I just wish to get more details from Callista about what she saw with Marble. And I did not wish to intrude your rest while I did that. If you wish to be part of that, you certainly can. I just did not want to bother you.
Mm.
Seems like a
Well,
very
I
petty
appreciate
thing.
it.
Petty
It
human
is.
things.
However, my dear Eldon, you must know that you are mine now. I protect what is mine. I care for what is mine.
Yes. I would ask you if you wouldn't mind an opportunity for me to show you that I can handle my friends. I do not wish to have your greatness involved in such petty things. They can be childish sometimes.
Very well. I shall allow it. Callista, take him away. I have other things to attend to. And she sort of flounces off, and Callista comes and kind of grabs you. She says, Agatha, you may stay. And Byron and Callista take you off to another room. Sit you down, and Callista says, I don't know what more I can tell you.
Can you just tell me what makes you think that Marble was up to something?
I cannot say that she was up to anything. I can tell you that she accessed her magic because I could smell it. It is a very distinctive magic. Have you been able to scent it yourself? You probably will soon. If not, there's blood in it.
Blood in it. I knew she worshipped some sort of god of the mischief or something. I always assumed that's where she got her magic from.
No, this is not the magic of God. It is something different. I have not encountered it specifically before, but it is witchery.
Witchery.
Witchery
Like actually witchery, not just what the humans call things I don't understand.
Oh, witches can be very powerful. I am sure you have heard of the great witch Tasha.
That is true. I have. Wizardry 110.
Please don't break my bullhead.
God damn it.
I know, kid. Me too.
I can only tell you that she accessed her power, and strange events happened. I do not even know if they were related. She could have been doing something completely innocent, though I doubt it. Personally.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the information. I wouldn't put her past her. But like I said, she can be rather childish sometimes.
Callista
does worship a trickery god.
kind of takes one of her fingers and sort of just strokes your cheek very gently. She says, you are quite a handsome man, you know, Eldon. We're very glad that you're with us now.
I'm very glad that I can be here. I feel, at the circus, They are my friends and my family in a way, but they're rather they take their meanness a little bit too far sometimes. It goes from what can be sibling rivalry to incredibly petty. Here, on the other hand, I feel more welcomed sometimes.
You are welcome, Charlie. She gives you a little kiss just on your cheek. We're so very happy to have a new member of our family. It has been many years since her ladyship has chosen anyone for this honor.
Well, I hope I will have many human lifetimes left to spend with it.
So do I. I know you must be tired after your time with her ladyship. She's athletic.
Very.
But you can still stay with us tonight.
Would you say you're more athletic or acrobatic yourself?
Can't you go, Sheldon? Fuck's sake. Have some class.
She smiles and she says, well, no one has her ladyship's stamina, but I have my own moments. Would you care to join us? Byron and I will be retiring to our rooms. Agatha will be busy.
Of course, I don't think I'm leaving until morning. I have plenty of time.
They embrace you, and there's a lot of kissing as they bring you into your room, and you can fade again to black. Doobly-doo, doobly-doo, doobly-doo.
Acrobatic scroll.
Poor Agatha is being a lovely, kind, outgoing girl, and Eldon just wants this to be a fucking porno.
She's like, I just wanted to let you know that your friend was possibly fucking with you. Eldon's like,
yeah, and I want to fuck with you.
I'm done with you. I'm so done with you.
Just save me.
Eldon, you can also take a point of exhaustion, by the way, for tomorrow.
Note that down.
You'll gladly take
Note
a point
it.
of exhaustion.
Note it right now.
I'll be right back.
Make sure you have that exhaustion.
More like extortion.
All right, but in the morning, the other thralls have gone to bed, as has her ladyship. But, someone is around, a groomsman to come. Says, yeah, we will return you. We've been asked. We are at your service. Do you wish to go back now or?
Yeah, I think now would be a good time.
Very well. And they will take you back with them. And as we run forward, it's the next day. Everybody has, except for Vianney and Eldon, have had a good night's sleep, 8 hours rest. As the morning comes and you're doing all your circus things, it's probably about 10 o'clock in the morning when a carriage rolls up and a very haggard-looking Eldon steps out.
Has he
looking
showered?
No.
I would have made sure to take a bath. If not on the way here, I've been like, let's stop by a bathhouse.
It's already
Okay.
canon. You're a stanky boy.
So he's haggard looking, but clean.
As he
Is anyone out waiting for him, or
yes,
looking for
I
him?
am.
Or?
As he starts to walk towards the gate, I stop him. Like I physically prevent him from going. I don't say anything. I just lean forward and
Like you put your hands on me.
no, like I'm in front of you.
Oh.
You can't walk past me.
Okay. Like you're just standing in front. Okay.
Yeah, Wilkes is
And
like a boy.
I will lean forward and I will not say anything. Look into your eye, and I would like to roll an insight to see if he's currently under mind control. I want to see if he's there. I want to get a sense of if
All
he's...
right, you can roll insight, I guess.
Like, yeah, I don't know, maybe not insight, but like get the sense of, is there anyone home?
Hello.
Go ahead and roll insight.
15.
Is there? Who knows?
He's not. And you could tell, say, Eldon, if there's a disagreement. I would say that what you can tell is he's not significantly different than he was yesterday in terms of he's still there. Eldon, you can add anything, unless you
that's
want to
about-
hide your nature from him.
No. I think that's about right. I will. As Wilkes is looking deep into my eyes, he'll just be like, "I had a really long night. I don't have time for another one, buddy. I just don't have the energy for it."
I don't say anything. I just step aside and start walking back to do what I was doing.
Okay. So yeah, Eldon comes in. Who is around? Who's doing what or otherwise?
I would be practicing tightrope.
I'll be around about, just kind of generally helping with things. I think it would be interesting to say that I was talking Dolly's horse through getting reshoed. I was just talking to her, having some fun.
That's
there you go.
adorable.
Roll animal handling.
Yay. 25.
Nice.
Dolly
You can handle all the
horse
animals.
girl is kind of, she's, she kind of nuzzled you and she says, "Do you like it? Do you like it? Is it pretty shoe? Pretty shoe?"
Yes.
The shoeing.
I like the idea of this fucking talking horse nuzzling up against the ringleader, and ringleader's in like slime shape, like it's just rubbing up against I don't know, like a blood dragon dildo or something. I don't fucking know. What would the experience be? I don't know.
You have an above ground pool and it's like filled like that, like
Oobleck. It'll be like Oobleck.
Yeah, that works too.
Yeah,
That works
yeah.
too.
Yeah. There you go.
She does not at all seem to mind. In fact, she kind of gives you a lick and then she...
No.
What is the?
I cannot lose any more mass.
What does the ringleader taste like?
Do you ask?
No, like
You could try yourself.
The
Okay.
horse would know.
Stop.
Well, it depends. Horses, like their taste buds are a bit naffed. But I kind of say, "Do you like it?" It's. I'm just accepting what's happening.
She says, "I didn't mean to take anything. It's yummy.
Okay.
You're yummy.
It's fruity."
Gay.
Okay.
"Are you a fruit?"
The ringleader the ringleader shines, which is the ringleader's way of showing emotion, blushing in a certain way. And then the ringleader says, "No."
Are you
Really, really sorry, Steve-O, but you cut off there.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. She's sort of asking you more questions like, well, are you vegetable? Are you a hay? Are you
Mineral.
like what are she doesn't know what you are, but she's not upset about she seems just curious and honest in her sort of animal way. Whereas
Aw.
a human would be like, it's kind of rude to ask people what they are. She doesn't. Are you a
Yeah.
kind of animal? Are you
Okay.
a water? Are you a
I'll be
drink?
very upfront, and I'll just be kind of like, I'm a slime. And then, like, I don't know, the scribe. What's the name of the scribe again? Can't remember.
Cedric?
Cyril.
Cyril will
Cedric.
have heard this and decide to turn this into a children's book because it sounds like
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah, no, it
What
really
are
does.
you? Are you a fish? No, I'm
No.
a slime. You get it? So it's a bit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Just
no,
back and forth.
that's. I would read
Yep.
that.
I'm sure you would.
Sounds fun.
That would have been Micro's favorite bedtime story.
Yeah. What do you mean would have? That's my favorite bedtime story now.
So she says, I like slimes. I have only ever known one slime, but you slimes are nice and they are fruity and nice.
Good. All slimes are good. There is only one slime, and that is me.
Okay. Thank you for helping me with shoes. Shoes
Oh
are
no,
good.
it's Eldon! And I just like, thank fuck, get the hell out of there.
All right. She says, bye-bye.
Goodbye. It's very involved role play for a fucking horse, Jesus.
All my role plays are unusual, irrationally involved.
No. I'm okay. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not knocking it.
Unusual.
Hello,
role plays.
Eldon. Are you tired? You look very tired. Eldon.
How's it going, boss? Yeah, had a very busy night.
Okay.
Very busy.
Everybody was very worried about you. Is it wrong
Why?
that they were worried about you, or is it okay?
Yeah, no, I don't. Why were they worried about me? I told them I'd be back.
Well, maybe you'd want to come back, but then Lady out of character, I don't know her name. Eleonora. Okay, Lady Eleonora didn't want you to come back, and then you couldn't come back.
Oh. Well, Lady Eleonora isn't like that.
Okay.
Clearly.
Okay. Well, if you want to sleep, you can go to sleep. We have to do some work, and we do have a night tonight. We have a minor night tonight, but it's okay if you want to sleep a little bit. We need to talk a little bit about it, just to make sure that everything's okay.
Why wouldn't it be okay?
Can Temerity try sneaking up behind him now?
Because we have.
Go ahead and
Because everyone was saying families and it was actually kind of strange.
Wow, that's a 1. So 4.
That's a 1.
What
You wasted all of your good stealth last session.
What is the
He's too sober now.
Yeah, you're trying to sneak up, and your wing gets caught on the carriage that you're going by, just the like the curtains, and there's this terrible rip, which sounds almost like a fart. And everyone turns around.
While that's going on, I'll be like, well, everyone was talking about family and everything like that, and honestly, I feel that it is a toxic and unsafe work environment for many professionals functioning in the circus to work within. And then there's a loud farting noises that I was trying to be a middle manager, and then there's
Well, welcome home, Elder. I see you had a
Hi,
good night.
Temerity. Yeah, I don't usually get a welcoming committee when I get home. First Walks, now ringleader, now you. Or
Hey, your family. We
happy
were
to
worried
see you
about
all too. Yeah, what's okay? Why are we talking about family ringleader, boss?
I don't know. I wanted to make sure that everything was okay.
I mean,
It's important.
yes.
It's important to know what people want.
What? Why wouldn't it be okay? I stayed the night somewhere. Like it's okay for me not to spend the night in my cart.
The ringleader has one of their phases of just kind of like looking at you, and you kind of like get the impression that it's that thing of they're clearly thinking about something, and then they kind of go, but you're very young.
You're not old enough yet to have slumber parties, Eldon.
You are in you are in a university, and you are perfectly able to speak and do as you want, but you also are a member of the Cirque du Sauvage, and that means that I have to have a responsibility to take care of you.
You're
And
not
it also,
my dad.
I kind of like look at you. I kind of look at you, and it's kind of like there's nothing, and I just there's nothing there, and I just kind of go, no, I am not your I am not your dad.
I just want to say real quick that like Marble was practicing and like practicing moving the lights around like from the last show, trying to get it right, and then just pausing and just looking at them like,
I'm back.
Why is Eldon being all fussy right now? Like,
What happened?
Like, she's not gonna move or anything. She's gonna stay on the tightrope because she still wants to practice. But she just pauses for a couple minutes and looks over like, "What's going on?" and then just keeps going.
Okay, Eldon, you are very tired and you want to go to sleep. So if you want to go to sleep, you can go to sleep. But it's important that you know that you can talk to us if you want to. Goodbye. And I walk off to like make sure the elephant gets a banana or something. I don't fucking know.
A peanut.
No, a banana. It's the
Baby
ringleader
buns.
after all. Temerity.
Night.
What the hell is going on, Temerity?
Oh,
I haven't even had my coffee. Can I get coffee?
Explain over coffee.
Can you explain over coffee?
do you really want? Sure. Wait, let's
I
go.
was gone for about 8 hours,
8.
Yes.
approximately 8 to 10 hours.
It's complicated, and I had a hangover yesterday. I offered the other fools some cinnamon buns, trying to be nice. And it turned into one hell of a standoff.
What? Over cinnamon buns?
Well, they
Like,
called
that seems
Marble.
unreasonable to me.
They called Marble a witch. Then Zill went full drow on them, and
Did you know Marble's a witch?
Yeah,
Like,
it all
not-
started because I offered them cinnamon buns.
I get a feeling that that's not why it happened. Unless there was garlic in it. Do I not like garlic?
Why did I put garlic in
Horrible
cinnamon
life.
buns?
I actually sound like it could work.
Of course you would say that.
Oh my god, no.
No, I can see it.
It would
Like,
have to be heavily
like
dried.
maybe you can make garlic bread, but in the form of like a cinnamon, like kind of a roll. But
No, it has to have cinnamon in it.
Oh,
Europeans have no concept of what cinnamon
you're
is for.
sick people.
What do you
Uh,
mean?
I
I
would-
have no
what-
concept what
what-
cinnamon
I
is
would make
for.
garlic rolls.
Do,
I
do-
mean,
do
it's
you mean
For
the-
garlic.
I can't believe you colonized the entire
Nero,
planet so
what's
that you
wrong
could
with
get cinnamon in your garlic rolls. What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's like
Okay,
putting
let's
yogurt
continue.
with scrambled eggs. It's fine. Okay, it's strange. It's a bit different, but you know, people do
the
it.
cinnamon buns causing a standoff.
Okay.
A
Yes.
sick race of people, the
This-
Europeans.
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I have,
He's
can I
going
have
to
my
take Eldon to the food tent to get fresh
almond
coffee.
And
and a cinnamon bun, please.
And
I want to
cinnamon
see
buns.
what the big deal is about this that it causes standoff.
Did you still make the blood ones?
Nope.
Okay.
According to
What?
this,
Jeez.
you can put garlic and cinnamon in a cinnamon bun.
Yeah.
Well,
Does
you
exist.
can. I mean, there's no.
It just exists. Okay, I don't know how to tell you this.
Timothy isn't going to do that today.
No.
Yeah, now
Save
I'll
that
try
for
that.
expecting the falls.
It's an American recipe.
Oh, of
Okay,
course,
never
it's an
mind.
American recipe.
Oh, all right, but
Right,
Clarity.
Timothy and
you need to
Eldon-
explain this to me. Give me my coffee and my cinnamon roll. It's really good. I'm gonna sit there and not eat the cinnamon roll. I'm just gonna sit there and smell it. But I wanted to know what the big deal was, so I asked for one. I'm not gonna eat it.
You know, one of these days I'm going to figure out why you don't like eating in front of people. But
Yeah.
that's
You can
not
take it to your
important.
tent and like dip it into brain juice or something.
Eventually, but not in front of Mary.
Well, yeah.
So why did they smell great? So I don't understand how this was a standoff. Like it's just a cinnamon roll.
Well, they asked if I could make them with blood in, and then they started fronting up, and Marble got upset. And look, I told you I had a hangover yesterday, right?
Ask the wrong person.
Why was Marble upset? Did you know she's a witch? I already asked you that. You know she's a witch, like a legit witch, like not women are too smart witch, but like an actual witch.
Wow.
Is that supposed to be a bad thing?
No, it's that people are weird.
You're telling me
This-
we work in a circus?
Yeah, I know, but like I guess so. Okay. So I was talking to my fellow Thralls last night, and one of them said that they could smell Marble's magic. It smelled like blood. Which I gotta trust that they know what that smells like, because vampires and whatnot. So the other thing that they said was that Marble probably was using her magic, her blood witchy magic, not her mischievous god magic, during the dinner party, and then weird shit was happening. And Marble is mean and immature, but she's not that mean and immature to be doing weird shit at a party, is she?
Well, before we went to dinner, Logs and I were kind of kept away from everyone. Probably because I had my sword and we weren't exactly invited. During dinner, I didn't notice anything.
Hmm. But she wouldn't. She wouldn't do that, right?
I don't think she'd do anything out of pure malice towards you. Of- Whether or not she'd do something to tease, I'm not sure.
So we've established that Marble is in the area, kind of. Not close, but Marble, why don't you roll a perception?
Okay.
If you guys are trying to keep your voices down, you can roll stealth.
I don't think so. No more.
I
Like I
rolled a
assume that we're in the
25.
cafeteria, so that's good enough for me. I don't even think I spotted Marble.
Oh yeah, there's no way Temerity's going to be keeping his voice down enough for that. Oh, and the Arcana was so that was to see if Temerity had any chance of knowing what a blood witch was from his time at the monastery.
And I wanted to add that I did want to clarify that Marble was using, like, practicing not just tightrope walking, but with the orbs of light,
Okay.
just in case Eldon did want to try to sniff.
What?
Sniff
I
my
want to
magic.
slip.
Try to smell my magic.
Marble
'cause-
wants me to slip her balls, her glowing balls, light balls, right?
What the fuck is wrong with this campaign?
I don't think it's the campaign; it's the
things.
players.
You
Yeah,
know
true,
us.
true.
Yeah,
You
no,
know
it's
what's wrong with this
definitely
campaign.
us. It's not
Yeah.
the campaign's fault.
It's mostly Adam.
And you know him. You know him. You know how he is.
Filthy man.
But yeah, I wanted to clarify that, one, because that is actually what she's practicing, and two, if he wanted to try to smell.
Does that occur to Eldon?
No.
Okay. So yeah. But Marble, you do hear your name. You're being mentioned.
I do have these big ears.
I'm going to assume that you're far enough away that perhaps it wouldn't be possible for you to get clear, but people have a way of knowing their name, and you have very high perception and good ears.
Yeah, like, she's gonna pause on the tightrope, and the orbs are gonna stop. Her ears gonna twitch, and she's just gonna to herself, and then just keep practicing.
Okay. All right.
So you didn't notice anything last night, Eldon?
As far
I
as
didn't-
knowing what a blood witch
Oh.
is, not really. Like, they're not that common. So I would want a somewhat higher arcana. You know what a witch is. You know what Marble has told you about being a witch. As far as knowing specifically what a blood witch is, I would say that's a little above your pay grade.
That would have been a DC 20, but that makes sense. Well, it's good to have you back, buddy.
I don't know why people are worried that I wasn't gonna be back. I said I was gonna be back.
Because vampires. Reputation.
That's racist. Also, I'm a vampire, but like, what does that make me? You know, Lady Lenora said you might not be accepting of me. Is that what's going on?
If we weren't accepting, would we have welcomed you back and given you coffee and tried to explain what happened?
I mean, you did. Wolks just went up to me and stared at me. Like he's weird, but that's extra weird. And Vianney hasn't even. Oh shit!
I haven't seen Vianney. She went back to her tent. And I haven't seen her since.
Oh, they just remembered.
How's Vianney doing?
I can go check on her if you want.
Did she say anything? She got back, right? She talked. She talked about anything happening.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna roll an insight. Temerity is oblivious.
Yeah,
Very
Temerity
complex.
apparently thought this entire exchange happened based on cinnamon rolls.
I mean, they are
this
good
is just a
cinnamon
whole
This is a very-
argument
this is a
about
very
cinnamon
marble
rolls.
roll heavy
Just
episode.
because he wanted to make bloody cinnamon rolls, and everybody got all upset, you know. So yeah.
I think that's a good point. I will get some more coffee and go check on Vianney.
I'm gonna take a shower and okay, bye. Dash
bye.
to my cart.
I hope you come across Zill. That'll be funny.
Where? Yeah. Is this the morning? Are we eating? I wasn't here. For
Yeah,
this.
we're in the
10
morning.
a.m. the next day.
It's like around
No.
10 a.m. He's gotten back.
I'm practicing.
Well, then where are you going?
I need to wash up real quick. Again.
Why? Come here.
I
Okay.
love this. He's talking
This is
to
so
everybody.
wonderful. like so far, I would say that Marble's just chilling. She's the only one acting normal right now.
Hi Zill.
When we left, was there anything extra beyond the sex?
I mean, there was a lot of it. With a lot
I
of
don't care about the sex. That's why I said besides the sex.
Did you know that Marble's a witch?
Yes, I already talked about
What?
it.
Since
Yes.
when? Like
You
a
didn't?
blood witch?
Do you know what a blood witch is?
No.
Then why are you
No,
freaking
it's
out about
blood.
it? I deal
Because-
with blood. You deal with blood. We fucking murder people. What are you talking about?
I don't murder people. I think.
We've killed plenty of people. Plenty of sentient things have died by all of
Okay,
our hands.
people and sentient things. Okay. But either way,
I love that Marble's the topic of discussion in so many different discussions, and she's just like la di da di da.
but so she's a blood witch.
Yes, whatever. Who cares?
I don't even know what that is, but she's one of them.
I don't either entirely. I actually intend to find out.
Okay, well, you can let me know when you do, I guess. The thralls, they let me know that she
There
was
was a
doing.
little standoff here.
You had a what? Was this a cinnamon roll thing? Because I thought it was just a cinnamon roll thing.
No, there's no something. What the fuck are you talking about?
About the cinnamon roll.
Is this what Temerity told you?
Yes. Cinnamon roll.
That is very typical of Temerity. No, there's nothing to do with cinnamon rolls.
It is
I
not
felt like they were making vague threats towards us. At which point I told them to put up or shut up. And they shut up and left.
Why were they threatening you?
Why? Because they thought that we are going to take you from them because they own you like a piece of meat.
Oh, okay. They wouldn't say that I'm a piece of.
You've been magically compelled by a vampire mistress to stay with her. And you don't think they think of you as an item in which they possess.
That's a little unnecessarily simplistic.
Are you telling me that if she didn't want you to do something, she could just tell you not to do it and you would not be able to say no?
She said, ask me to stay there forever at the nice, comfy mansion.
It's good that she's asking now, but remember,
And
she
I
always
s-
has control over you.
And I said no, that I wanted to come back, take care of human business, and she let me.
Human business. What business do you intend to take care of, Eldon?
Oh, I gotta take care of what's his face, Richfield.
Why? If you're going to go live in a vampire harem for the rest of your days, then what does it matter? Is he going to come find you?
Montgomery. Oh, I'm gonna make sure he doesn't find me.
It doesn't matter if he finds you. You have a vampire mistress who's very powerful politically. What the fuck are you talking about?
I just, gotta make sure that I gotta. It's like a, how would you say? It's like a rite of passage.
No. I don't get that at all.
I gotta be able to take care of my own business. Also, I gotta, tell my parents that I'm gonna disappear for the rest of
Their lives.
their lives.
Are you serious? You're actually just going to go live with them?
I mean, eventually, yeah. Gotta take care of people business first. You're only gonna die in like 20 to 30 years, probably less at the rate that we do things.
Eldon, I'm going to live for another 1,000 or more years.
Okay, except for you. You and I can be besties forever, but everyone else, and I have to come back and talk to Vianney.
So,
That's
Eldon,
very
Just
important.
gonna leave her forever.
because you're in love with her, correct? What? Why are you not speaking?
It's
Yeah, but is this something that you're embarrassed about?
it's. She didn't say anything.
Have I found something you're really, truly self-conscious about now?
It's, like.
I never
Okay.
thought I'd find it. Well, that's very interesting. I'll keep that in my mind.
What's
But-
up?
She's fine if that's what you were going to ask.
I know she is. I've seen her. I mean, of course she is. She made it home alive.
Yes, well, she doesn't seem very happy right now.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I wonder why. What exactly did you do? Besides have sex with a vampire mistress.
It's a polycule. It's fine.
I don't care about your polycule nonsense.
You don't know if she's okay with it.
Anyway, she's fine. I'm sure she's in her tent or something. So you intend to leave at some point then?
I mean, probably. You, like I said, you all are gonna die eventually anyway. Like, I can't spend the rest of my life with you all. My life is now much longer.
What if you could be human again? Would you want to?
I can't. I got. What? I got bitten. I don't think
There
that's how
are
that works.
ways to reverse vampirism. What are you talking about?
I hadn't thought about that as a solution.
Why?
I don't know. This just seemed to be like the thing that had happened and that was supposed to happen. Go with
Can
the
I be
flow.
completely honest with you, Eldon?
Are you not all the time?
Yes, but I don't want to make you cry this time.
Oh.
I
Okay.
think you've lived your life starting a new project and then ending it once it becomes too real, too material for you, and running off and doing another thing. You're constantly running from yourself. And I think that this is what this vampire mistress thing is all about. It's another place for you to run, isn't it, Eldon?
Ooh. Ooh.
Roll me.
Keep that in mind. And I'll just turn around and walk away.
pout over to my cart. Very pouty.
Right. So, as pouty you may be, I would think that by now Vianney has figured out that you are back.
Yeah, she would have been like around and saw him talking to other people, but she wasn't gonna go over. She's definitely not gonna speak to him and like go up to him in public. No, not after how everyone was at. Yeah, so
So
yeah, but yeah, she like
Chill.
does some warm ups. She's not very good because she's not really concentrating. But yeah, I guess she would probably yeah, I think she'd probably
she
dig
is
back into her
bringing her
tent.
coffee and cinnamon buns.
Yeah, if Temerity wants to come over, she'd be in her tent or in her caravan, her cart, whatever they are.
So Temerity would knock.
Yeah, and she'd say yes.
Vianney, I've bought coffee and cinnamon buns.
Oh wow! And she opens up the door, and she invites you in, and you sit down like on her bed. You can see that there's a small table, and there's like, just say if you were looking around, she was like putting away a letter, and said, "Oh wow, this thank you. Why?"
Because I hadn't seen you since last night. I wanted to make sure you were okay.
Yeah. Yep, a little tired, but otherwise, all right. You want to roll insight? Well, or perception.
Why don't you roll insight? You could roll both. You'd get different
Yeah,
information.
that's what I was. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to DM. I was just thinking,
No,
oh,
that's
actually, he
okay.
could pick up on it in a different way. So,
Okay.
oh gosh,
Wow.
yeah.
Temerity's finally going to do something useful.
All right. What does he see with
With
that?
Yeah, with a
26?
26, you can see that her expression carries a level of like worry that seems disproportionate for the Eldon situation. She seems to be a bit too somber for what was kind of like how Eldon was acting and what you've picked up on.
Is everything all right, Vianney?
I was kind of left without enough information. And I think I want to wait until I get all the information before I say anything. That makes sense. I don't want to say something then be wrong or whatever else.
You look like you haven't slept.
I
This-
haven't slept. Yeah.
This is eating you, isn't it?
It's a whole complicated thing. It's very complicated. Things are very complicated.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
I'm
you
getting that
agree?
impression.
Yeah.
You could tell there's more than just the Eldon thing. You did get a natural 20, so there's
Yeah.
more. There's things that she's holding back.
I'm not saying anything that wouldn't be true on an insight check. I am picking my words very deliberately.
It's not that what she's saying isn't true, but there's more here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was a very high insight check, so I'm not.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
Well-
That's completely fair, right? Yes.
Eldon's back. He's well. He's exhausted, but he's
Oh, really?
Oh, oh, that whole really.
and that's not all this is about, is it?
Yeah. I think again, I just want to wait for some more information. It might be nothing right now, you know? It could be nothing. I don't know, and that's part of the reason I'm stressed. Could just be a complete misunderstanding.
Then if you don't want to tell me, I will still say you can ask me for help.
Okay.
Anything I can do.
You can bring me coffee more often. I'm joking.
as often as you need.
Thank you, Temerity. These cinnamon buns are delicious.
Yeah, I have to get more cinnamon in after this batch, but
I think they could use something like garlic butter.
why is everyone talking about garlic
it's so
today?
gross.
Just winding you all up. But thank you. Thank
Then
you.
there's a giant rock slide. Everyone dies because we cannot tolerate garlic.
Garlic falls, everyone dies.
Temerity, what's Eldon doing right now? Where is he?
I think he's going back to his cart.
There you go.
Okay. All right. He's probably gonna sleep for the next day, so let's leave him in peace.
Oh, did anything happen between the two of you, though? Because he seemed
How did he
worried about
seem?
something. I
Worried?
couldn't quite put my finger on it.
I want to do an insight check on Temerity.
With disadvantage, you're exhausted. So
All right.
go ahead.
Oh, nope. Yeah, I was just gonna try to see if I could read if he was like using softer language, trying to like describe it, because she didn't really understand his meaning, like what it
No,
was. So.
Temerity is too naive to know.
Okay, all right. I don't know. It might have just been a lack of sleep, dehydration.
Maybe.
Mm. Well,
But
thanks.
enjoy your coffee, enjoy
I
your
am.
buns,
Thank you.
and try to get a nap or something.
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I'll see what I can do this afternoon once we've got everything set up for the show.
All right. And
Thanks.
Temerity will see himself out.
Okay.
All right. So we're not going to do the full show thing, but we'll assume that, yeah, you guys get ready for the show. Eldon, what do you do? Do you go and take a nap?
I doubt I think like Vianney, I doubt Eldon at this point can sleep.
Okay.
So he'll keep his point of exhaustion anyway. And I was working on something. I was working on
And ribbons.
Wilkes's gloves. Yeah, hand ribbons.
All right. Well,
So
you can
gloves are
do that. So that's fine. Like it's going to be a little slower going for whatever requires skill specifically rather than just your natural, what do you call it? Your
talent, proficiency.
natural
Skill.
proficiencies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's as difficult as it is and as tired as you are, what you can get done, you can get done.
Perfect.
Anybody else have things to do during the day?
Yeah, Vianney feels like she's not going to be able to concentrate at all during her act, and she doesn't want it to suck. So she's going to go find, what was the name of the guy who just joined the circus who does like magic stuff?
Let me look. I'm starting to have
With,
trouble keeping everyone.
Yeah,
He
or actually, you know what? Who
is-
Saphira would also do.
Okay.
So that would be easier. So yeah, bring Saphira over and ask and say to Vive that like, I need you to step up tonight and be like the star. I need to be your assistant, and we need to focus on like the knife throwing thing and some pizzazz with some fire. And so this is your moment to shine.
Bide
And
says, I do what is necessary.
okay, so she'll reorganize her performance where all she kind of has to do is some really basic acrobatics, and then like have knives thrown at her and not get hit by them.
Yep.
Because
Okay.
I don't trust her ability rolls right now. And I don't want a bad performance. So, yeah. And out of the corner of her eye, she'll just be kind of looking in case she sees, like, Eldon's form around. But, yeah, just a little bit hypersensitive to anyone who has that sort of like shape, but otherwise trying to keep focused. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say for temerity, didn't do a perception check to see what was in the room, but it's all right. It's all right. Yep. Okay, so that's her.
Anybody else have things to do?
I will probably also do some witch training with my Aunt Mimsy.
At some point, no, you know what? She's just going to do sort of basic witch training, but you notice that she's throwing in the occasional, and this you could do if you knew a gentleman who needed correction. You know, like there's
Like every time that happens, Marble will just hide a chuckle because she knows what she's talking about and wouldn't ever do it, but she thinks it's funny.
Aunt Mimsy throwing shade.
It really does not like me. God damn.
Yeah, Aunt Mimsy is never really like. She poisoned you. Are you kidding?
Yeah,
She's
no.
never
She
liked
really
you.
didn't.
And she liked you less when you became a vampire. So you've gone down in her estimation from the time that she poisoned you.
Wow.
I mean, Eldon, you have to feel very special about yourself. You started out with "I want to kill you," and you've gone down. That's a go. That's a good fucking go.
Impressive, even.
Yes.
Yeah, but every time she mentions it, Marble will just laugh and be like, "Hey, don't worry about any man."
That's what you say, but they managed to make trouble. Every last one of them.
I mean, so do I.
No, but never, darling. Any trouble you make is nice kind of trouble that people should want to have in their lives. You're a treasure.
Aw, thanks, Aunt Mimsy.
A couple times she looks over at Harry, and Harry kind of rattles his knitting needles. Ah! And she says, no, we're being nice. Very nice.
Gotta be nice.
So, but yes. Anybody else? Oh,
There's just a
This poor
adorable
baby.
dog.
that's
I can't-
You are disgusting. You are fine.
What
Oh
is she
my
so
goodness.
upset about?
You're so
It's-
disgusting.
She wants to go out, and she has to wait until we're done.
Oh, one thing is, as it starts to get dark, Vianney also is on the lookout for her contact as well.
Yes. You can roll a perception with disadvantage.
18.
Yeah, he makes sure that he is visible to you. And he sort of stands outside the general area of the camp, but sort of gives you the hello.
Right. Is there time before the show?
Yeah, I would say that he knows when you're going on.
Okay. She's going to stop off in her caravan first and collect a bunch of scroll tubes, kind of like tubey things. And yeah, then stealth over to where they are, just blending in, not trying to hide, trying to not to attract attention to herself.
Okay, you can roll stealth with disadvantage.
Okay. Yes, sorry. Hey, 22.
Yeah, you're fine. All right, so
Unremarkable.
you are even as tired as you are just invisible, and you end up beside him.
I hand him over the scrolls.
I greatly appreciate these. Thank you.
I was able to work out a deal to get information on the geography of where we're traveling. Very high quality. Should be of use. And I'm gonna need like a petty cash fund or something because that cost me 50 gold pieces, and I don't really earn that much.
Roll persuasion. It's going to be with disadvantage, but luckily for you, it's not terribly high.
Ooh, 7.
He says, I can give you perhaps half of that today. As far as the funding, I have to clear that with some people.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, I'll take 25 now.
Sure.
Yay! I got 25 more gold. I'm so broke.
Mm.
Oh, actually, I'm not too bad anymore, but I was very broke. All right. So, what else can you tell me about what happened to my parents?
Not as much as I would like. They were last seen in a town called Drelth, and I believe, though I do not know who, but I do believe that they were. Oh, and here I should bring everybody over to the map page of that because you're not there yet. Here's the map. Can you see the map?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, there it is.
There's Drelth. Yeah. He says, I believe they were headed into the swamps, which may well mean that their trip took them longer than possible, than they thought to. We have not explored the swamps. We know that it is an area where a lot of the ruins of the ancient civilization on which we find ourselves now were located, but they are overgrown and trapped in a deep and pungent overgrowth. It is not a place where we have wanted to go, and frankly, the danger level is high. They must have gone there for a reason.
Are there any artifacts in these old ruins that they could have been hunting out?
For certain there are, though we don't know what they might be. But yet I think that they seemed, according to the people that I have spoken to in Drelth who saw them, they seemed to be very focused, very intent. Like I say, it may well be that they simply found it more difficult going than they originally expected. But they have not returned. There's been no sign. I just thought you would want to know.
No, I do. And I mean, there's really no jobs up in the swamp, but maybe we can get to Drelth. It's been a week, you said?
Week, yes, and day at this point. Since it was known that they were missing, they were expected in actually in Ibe, which is near the swamps. Yes, they had an event that they were supposed to attend. It was an event that was somewhat important and not one that I think they would voluntarily have skipped. However, they never showed, and that was a week ago. The last time they were seen in Drelth, that was more like 3 weeks ago.
Oh my, 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
All right. What if I need to reach you again? I'm really having a hard time thinking straight right now.
Yes. He kind of goes and says, "It's very important if I give you this that you protect it. We do not want people discovering your links to us. But," and he hands you a sending stone, "under the circumstances,
Yeah, I might need to get you information or update you, or if anything you find, if they show up and you learn of it, contact me.
I will absolutely immediately. I don't even know where in the swamps they were planning to go, but I will continue to dig."
Thank you. All right, I have a show to do. And a big
Yes.
conversation to have. All right. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And she will snake her way through the crowd back to the tent.
Okay. All right. So it is a night for a minor, not your big performance, but it's still a pretty big performance. So I'm just gonna take performance rolls from everyone. With I will assume that it is a straight roll from Vianney because she does have help with
Yeah.
Vive.
Okay, thank you. Yes,
Um,
yeah. And Saphira. So,
and Saphira.
really
And
covering up a lot.
And Eldon, unless there's a reason to get a straight roll from you.
The only thing I can think of is rely more heavily on wish than usual.
Yeah, I don't think that's enough to do it.
Probably not. I
Yeah.
rely on a whole lot.
I'll be
Ooh, Wilkes.
wearing that sparkly outfit that my stylist made for me. And what does
Okay.
that add to my stuff again?
I think that adds like a +4 if I remember.
Okay.
That's off the top of my head, so I could be wrong, but that's what I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah. And Marble's just gonna do the same orb performance that she tried last time. Oof. Marble is off her game.
So much stuff has happened.
Yeah, so +4 to that. So it's 13.
I got a 7.
We're all bad tonight.
I had a 19 and a 2 on my rolls.
Oh, ouch.
I could have had a really good one. But nope.
Okay. Ringleader.
Yes.
Can I get a performance roll? Please. And Zill as well.
Well, seeing as you asked.
Ooh,
Woo!
At least there's some people who are doing better than 3 of us.
Yep, some people got a full night's sleep.
nice.
Actually, I did get a full night's sleep. Don't know how you guessed.
I
I did nothing. I've been doing my job, which is running a circus.
I get an 18 total.
Good.
And I already have Wolk, so I have everyone.
I think so, yeah.
Apart from temerity?
Temerity is kind of separate usually,
Yeah.
so
So there's 3 good rolls and then 3
And then us.
and then us.
it is not your best night, but it is not a terrible night either.
Oh, can I describe why Eldon is sucking so
sure.
much? Okay, so Eldon is extremely distracted, and you can see him looking like backstage, trying to see if he spots Vianney like at every opportunity. So he ends up like spilling his deck of cards everywhere, and misses his cues with wish on a
Smooth
constant
Eldon
because
puts
he's
on
just
the
like
trash.
stage left, which is where Biani is, and then fucks up his trick.
Yeah.
Luckily for everyone, the ringleader notices
everyone.
how much of a mess everybody is, and he is doing everything they can to sort of cover for people. And when Eldon starts just like dropping stuff, he kind of nudges La Luna, says, "Go in and make it look like he's doing this on purpose, like this is a gag." And it's enough to like cover, even though some people are a little confused by it. It's at the end of the evening, you guys well, why don't you do your roll, Temerity? Your roll is usually, what is your roll usually? Of your food truck.
Baker's tools or utensils or something?
Cooking utensils, isn't it?
Do a food
Yeah.
truck roll.
Food truck
Food truck roll.
go.
Do a food truck roll.
It said I've got cook utensils in my thing, and I haven't for some reason got it listed in my tools.
It would just be whatever skill you're using plus your proficiency.
Yeah.
Cooking check. Go.
All right. Then that.
And what is your proficiency?
Proficiency of 3, so that's 14.
Okay. Yeah, you do all right too, and other people are doing their thing. So at the end of the night, you guys take in about 750 gold. It's not your greatest night, but it's
Something.
it
It's
is
money.
something, and you do not lose money for sure. So
Yay.
Someone else can do the math on that.
Sorry. What? How much?
750.
Well, it's 750. Yeah, and then there's a part we'll go to the circus, and then
So it's 750 in all.
Yes, in total.
Okay. Chrissy, you never told me how much does the circus take as a cut?
I thought you guys decided on 10%.
Yes,
It's really up to you, but that's what I thought.
I believe.
if it makes the math easier, I don't know.
It
Just
does.
like,
the 10 is a
yeah.
really
10%
10% is
sounds
really
good.
easy.
Yeah.
Pumpkin. Pumpkin.
So we each get an extra 100 gold.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We each get 96 gold, 4 silver, 2 copper.
96. How much silver and copper?
It's in the chat on Roll20. It's 96 gold, 4 silver, 2 copper.
Well, I got plenty of money because I don't use it for.
Would
As
you be
Vianney's going,
interested at all in donating it to the circus so that we can so that we can fix the leaky pipe
You will
top of the
have to
building?
actually ask Volks about that because remember, he does not understand the concept of money very well.
Yeah,
Just
I have a
going
lot
to
of
his
gold,
tent
but I also
one
have
day, there's a massive pile of gold he's holding like a dragon.
I think that's actually much more fair in the subject.
You should make a little nest for your hook horror out of gold. It'd be really cute.
That's really uncomfortable.
Cute.
You're not a hook horror. How do you know?
by the way, when Vianney is going to be heading off, she'll be in the backstage area and like make eye contact with Eldon and smile at him and wave, and then go on stage.
Alden turns an unnecessarily bright red color.
I would like to say real quick that I like to think that Marvel's performance stunk because her burns were being extra painful unexpectedly. She just kind of fubbed it.
Sure. Yeah, there's been a lot of glowy action, with all of that. You're not sure what's going on, but
Yeah, so when she goes backstage, she's just gonna go run somewhere private and take care of them.
Right. So, after the show, yeah, and he's like, I'm pretty tired. I think I'm just gonna head out tonight. No party for me.
Pumpkin agrees with you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, because I never got a long rest. Wish is still being unnecessarily sexy from the party because I never turned her back. So
That would also explain
You didn't.
why the audience was very confused.
yeah, Wish did all the work, honestly.
it's like the act is all over the place now. It's supposed to be family friendly, darn it.
Oh yeah, no, Wish was not family friendly dressed at all because
Shame.
Throw
was
a
not in
cape
her
over.
family
Throw
friendly
your
mode.
cape over her.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wish is in a weird, weirdly big coat for some reason.
Looks like a Ninja Turtle.
So Vianney, you head back to your hut.
Yep. Just kind of keep an eye. Is anyone skulking around? Any vampire-like people skulking?
You can take a perception with disadvantage.
11.
No, nobody's around.
Okay.
You're all alone.
She'll go in her cart.
Everyone is gone, Yanni. You're all
Um,
alone.
She was actually looking at a letter, the last letter that her parents sent her. And I know I'm kind of springing this on the DM, but did they put a location of where they were in the letter or on the letter?
Is that something that they would usually do?
Probably if they were heading off on a mission, they would write something in code because in case it fell into the wrong hands or it was traced back to her, they wouldn't want to implicate her. Like they're professional adventurers. They pissed a lot of people off. So
I was
All
about
right,
to
but
say,
you
these
would
seem
know
like
the
people writing
code.
yeah. And it might not be like a 1-for-1 kind of code, but it might be like something to give a sense of like where they were heading. Can you work with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you head back, the last thing they sent to you was they would have probably sent you something from Drelth because they knew they were going into a big place. And while it's mostly full of, oh, hey, honey, what have you, there is within it you finally get it. You finally sort of have to look at it and you're so tired.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do the word, it says orb.
All right. She's going to burn that piece of paper. Yeah. That she worked it out on. And then start getting ready to go to bed. Is R&D gone? We're going to hold this over till next week?
He went to the bathroom.
Okay.
Oh yeah, let's please not because I'm actually there's like so much going
I
on
don't think
in my
any
life
of
right
us
now.
can wait.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know if anyone else wants to take over until.
Okay. This is kind of something that we lost track of from before, but you was asking about what to what do you guys want to do? I would like to level up Eldon's facilities, blacksmithing facilities.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
No
According to
objections.
the is it the same as in the book? Because it says
Yep.
1,500.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna pop the money down on it.
Okay.
And yeah, this will probably be something that happens the wheels start now, but it starts coming into effect later on, obviously. But
Mhm.
it'll basically be a kind of this idea of Eldon will probably be receiving things in the mail, basically, or in the supply crates or whatever, that are just more and more useful for them. And it increases the benefits that the smithy gives us.
Yay!
We can now make magic items for a 30% discount rather than a 20.
Nice.
I'm just imagining Gus returned from an adventure and he realizes he's now got that furnace he always wanted.
Ostensibly, yeah.
He's gonna think we're trying to buy him off.
As a magical IKEA
well,
package.
you're not trying to buy them off. I'm trying to buy them off.
Okay.
It's very clearly me. I spent my money on this.
It's a big box
He is back.
from
He's back.
Hi.
Magic IKEA.
Eldon,
Eldon.
do you
Magic
like your anvil
IKEA, I like
now? And
I've got a new anvil
and
in
you
the
like your
mail.
forge?
Amazon.
It's got 3
Orby.
settings: hot, very hot, and hot.
Hot, very hot,
Hot
and
and hot.
hot. And hot with 3 O's.
It's from IKEA, so it takes me 5 days to put together.
Yeah. And
From IKEA, so it's called a Huron.
units.
Okay. Romance drama, go.
This is why we all showed up today. For the rom-com part.
And apparently to just go around and being like, did you know Marble's a witch?
Marble's a witch.
Did you know?
Pasta.
Completely
Shut the
avoid the
fuck up.
topic for
Let the drama happen. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Eldon is got okay. Oh, what do I even have in my tool shop?
That's what she said.
I'm gonna go and spend after the show. I'm gonna go spend just a little bit of time in my little my little tool shop or whatever, my little tinkering thing. I'm gonna tinker a couple of different devices. So I think Wolks, your flashlight thing is gonna die. It no longer works. Sorry.
Well, I don't need it anymore, so
That's okay. Well, it'll work anyway. So it doesn't work. I'm gonna make a little device. I'm gonna take all 3 of my not arcane infusions, my artificer tinkering things. I'm gonna make a little device that makes me smell extra pretty.
Oh my god.
Has
magical deodorant.
has this tiny little glow to it.
You're gonna
Like
pin an
a
air
per-
freshener on you.
it has this nice little reddish pinkish glow to it, and it plays a really nice little romantic ballad.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna show up with a boombox outside of Vianney's.
Oh my god!
Traumatize this
Yeah.
poor girl. You're traumatizing her.
Just traumatize me.
Oh,
I'm traumatized. All right.
How do you think it feels to live with him?
I want to scream.
Romeo, my Romeo, bring forth your boombox.
Peter Gabriel on it.
Yeah.
I would like it if Fools Rush In by UB40 was on.
I would like it if it didn't exist.
Okay, let's do it. Do it.
No, this is what
Go
we're doing.
ahead,
We're showing
go
up.
ahead.
I'm showing up
Oh
with
my
the
God.
boombox.
I need to
Yeah,
tell you about
there's
Polly
music
School.
outside of your cart,
All right.
Vianney.
All right, she'll go and open the door and look out. And what does she see?
She sees Eldon with a pink, reddish, glowing box. It smells really nice. I'm just standing there holding it. Hi.
It starts to rain.
Come in. Thank you. Come in.
Oh my god.
So what's this?
I don't know. I read in a book somewhere that's girls like that. I don't know.
Okay, Eldon. I'm not gonna let you down easy, and I'm not gonna say no. I honestly, all I can say right now is that I don't know, because I think you said like 4 sentences, and I just need you to here, have a seat. Do you want a cup of tea or something?
Oh, sure.
Taking my blanket. You
Okay.
bastard.
I need to hide from the pain of the army.
I need to hide from the pain of you, and I'm not doing anything.
She's gonna breaks off, and she goes and she makes 2 very nice cup of teas. Comes back and she sits down the bed and she looks you right in the eyes. And she said, I just need to know a bit more. She hands you your tea.
I'm confused, bro.
It's okay. So like we're like a big old family here.
Oh my god.
Not related, but yeah. Family.
Yeah. Like most of the family here is more like a big brother, an annoying little sister, a that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
But I never really saw you as like a sister or anything. It's just more like you're so nice. You're really pretty.
Starts
And
blushing.
I like every time I come to you with a problem, you don't slap me, which is honestly a big improvement over half of the circus. And it's all about you. And you give me good advice.
Oh, Eldon.
And so I constantly like want to sleep with everybody, and that's like a thing that I do. It is really like it's honestly just my insecurity that I just like ask everybody to sleep with. Like I asked Aunt Mimsy, who wants that? I don't know, but I did,
Oh
and
my
it was
God.
bad. And sometimes that just comes out of my mouth, and I
my
just need to
God.
say it, and I just like you. We should sleep together, but not with you. With you, I like you. Which is why I don't know how to act around
Oh
you,
my
but you're
God.
yes.
So painful.
Sort of takes a deep breath. Says, well, after you left last night, I had a lot of time to think, and I have a lot of things on my mind. And before I start this, it's just going to become more complicated as I go. All right. So I'm going to start off with the easiest stuff first, which is, and I thought about, like, I kind of put all my work colleagues into a work colleague box, and my parents, they told me about a couple that they used to work with. When they fought together because they loved each other so much that they fought more fiercely, and that they liked working with them because they kind of had a dedication. Then during one of the fights, the husband went down and his partner was so distraught he completely lost it and almost got himself killed as well and ruined the whole mission. And so that's why I just kind of automatically put people in a work category. And I did that with you, Eldon, until last night. Then when I thought about it, I mean, you've helped Walks out with things, and you've helped Temerity out with things, and you've helped me out with things, and you're always sending Wish to protect other people, and you're honestly one of the most generous people in the group. You're very good-hearted and very well-intentioned. And honestly, you know what it's like to have overbearing parents who cast a shadow over your whole life when you want to make a name for yourself. And a path for yourself. And I feel like you're definitely carving out a much more difficult path away from your parents than I am, though I have issues as well. I'm thinking, he's nice and he's easy on the eyes and everybody wants to sleep with him. And he's a magician, so he's really good with his hands. But also,
I'm dead.
but also, maybe you and I can help each other find that path out of our parents' shadows. So, but the thing is, you've got complications and I've got complications. And in fact, nobody else knows this in the group yet. I found out that my parents have gone missing, which is another reason I didn't get any sleep last night. So I'm thinking about you as a really nice distraction. And I want to make sure if we do this, we would do it for the right reasons. And so I'm not saying no. I guess I'm just saying not yet, because we haven't even got to the most complicated part, Eldon, which is you're a Dhampir. And, when you were first changed, you didn't really change. I mean, your eating habits changed, but you didn't change. The person you were didn't change. And so I didn't really see the difference. I didn't realize the difference. But when we went to that party last night and I saw what your life could be and compared that to what it is, it didn't seem to match up. And that just was exemplified by the big standoff. Everybody was fighting over you, Eldon. And I don't think it's compatible. I think you have to really think about what world you want to live in, and you should make that choice freely, not under any kind of compulsion or need to be near someone, but because you want to be there and you want to be with them. Because whatever you pick, if the other group really care about you, then if you're happy, then we will be happy for you. I mean, I know what choice I'd like you to make, but ultimately that's up to you. But I can't see how you're going to live in both worlds, which is another complication, which is why I think now isn't the right time. So that's what I've been thinking.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize about your parents.
No one did.
I didn't know.
No one did. I wasn't ready to say anything to anyone yet, but I told you first.
Oh, I if we need to help you with your parents, I want to take care of that first. I'm really happy to hear that I'm in the maybe box.
In the not yet box.
Not yet box. I'll take the not yet box.
She'll reach over though and put her hand on yours. It'll be new to not sleep with somebody right away.
Yeah. That is true.
Yes, man. I see you, baby girl.
Yeah, sweet. You're right. We have more important things to deal with right now. Like your parents.
That doesn't mean we shouldn't, spend time together and get to know each other a bit more.
I would like that.
Yeah, I would too.
Okay. Can I give you a kiss on the cheek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like turns away a bit shyly.
Oh, this was everything I wanted.
Okay, now kiss her on the cheek, and then whisper. Okay, I need to explain what polygamy is.
We're gonna have that conversation another time.
Again, though, I do want to point out that this may not have been the best time to bring up that you propositioned Aunt Mimsy. But
I
I sexually proposition everyone, even elderly women.
Hey,
you
wait a
know?
minute.
Hey! Don't be down on Mark Mimsy. She can get it the way she wants.
She's a
Can
cougar.
we find a picture of her?
She's a
sometime?
cougar.
No, I drew young Aunt Mimsy
Oh,
because
yeah.
I was drawing Aunt Mimsy and Marble,
Oh,
but
okay.
Marble was a little kid, so it was young Aunt Mimsy.
Yeah, now she's a cougar. It all makes sense.
She's
She's
an
literally
elderly
a cougar.
tabaxi
That's
witch.
it, a cougar.
Hey,
What kind
So does Eldon leave in and give her a kiss? Did that happen?
Yes, no, I'll
Okay.
definitely
Okay.
do that.
Just give a little kiss on the cheek and polycule.
So, as you're sort of like pulling away, you notice that she kind of leans in, so it just takes you a little bit longer for the two of you to part.
oh my god.
You guys are fucking
God.
feral.
I'm dead.
Seriously,
He
Dead
smells so
Phil.
good. He smells so good.
It's the box.
The box.
Now we're gonna
You
have
smell
3 or
fruity.
4
Are you a
fucking
fruit?
sessions of thirst trap. Like just eternally, the pair of them just like looking wanly at each other.
This D&D campaign is Second Life roleplay server.
Oh my
Fuck's
god.
sake.
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, Zill's in the corner. Just fuck already!
No, he's like, don't.
I can't wait to see what Zill and Marvel.
No,
go
we
to.
need to talk about why Still is in the corner.
Well, you know, it doesn't have to be the corner of the room. It could be like the corner of a section, an area. This is an open space.
What?
He's-
What
he's-
the
They're just fucking around
Yeah,
now.
open spaces. I have a corner.
So it's just in his caravan thing.
Nah,
He's
whatever.
Getting tired.
sense of disturbance before.
Why are we? Why are you questioning what I'm saying?
The sweet smell of Eldon's box makes it over there.
Ew.
I'm not going to say anything about Fiati's box.
I hate you all.
This is just gonna be encouraging. Yeah.
Rough micro.
Oh.
Well,
Muffin, are you
that
okay?
happened.
Yep.
But you see, even though we have just seen the burgeoning love of two people, the ringleader is the most important person in all the world because they exercise self-love, the best love.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Is it weird that I say that I'm legitimately happy for the pair of them? Just being a bit, oh, so
I
cute.
think that's
Go,
It's
be
cute,
free.
but
It's,
it's also
kind of
very
adorable.
funny out of game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want meta too much, but yeah, I did give a lot of thought to how to handle this situation, so I'm glad everyone enjoyed it.
Yes.
And
Okay.
also
Like,
thanks
it
to
was
R&D for
mostly
giving me
painful
great
because it's him.
material. Yeah, great material to work with. But since you were being silly, I wanted to be like the oh, and hence the whole. Here's all the ways that you're great, Eldon.
And then here are the ways in which you were questionable.
Yeah, that's Marble's job.
Very questionable.
Oh, list.
And on that note,
Yes.
I
Yes.
think
Yep.
we should wrap things up. Who's going to take us out?
Well, I'm the one who pushes the button, so
You're the
it
one in
should
charge.
probably
Yeah,
be
you're the
me.
one in charge today.
Yeah.
So yes,
I know.
join us at some point.
Not
in the
next
future?
week.
Not next.
Yeah, not
week.
next week. I think like half of us are gone next week.
Yeah. 2 weeks now.
Next time. Join us next time. Let's go with that.
Hmm.
And with that, it is goodbye from me and goodbye from the party. Say goodbye, party.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
everyone.
party.
Party.
Hey, this is the bit.